Hello everyone, my name is Keone. Welcome to Expansion. Today I'm going to tell you all about how to attract a relationship into your life. In this video I'm going to go over the two big things that you have to do, the two big things that will naturally, sorry my glasses are just glaring, I'm going to take them off. The two big things that are going to naturally get you where you want to be in a relationship. Another way of looking at this is I'm going to help you realize how to connect with your soulmate. So right off the bat, I want to mention that what a soulmate is, because sometimes the understanding about what a soulmate is kind of confusing. So before anything else, a soulmate in itself is kind of not as direct as it needs to be to understand what you're looking for. Because oftentimes when we say, I want to find my soulmate, you're saying, I want to find the person I'm meant to be with, my romantic interest, all that things. But all a soulmate is somebody who we have a connection with before we came here. Or, in other words, somebody that we're destined to be with. It can mean any of those things. That does not necessarily mean that it directly pertains to having to be about a romantic relationship. It can mean friends, it can mean co-workers, your boss, it could be your parents or one of your siblings, maybe it's one of your kids. One way or another, they're people that you just know and feel that you're destined to be around. In this way, I like to go about it, I like to describe it as something a little bit more in-depth. So there are two major kinds of soul interactions, I guess. And this is important. I'll explain how this is important to manifesting a relationship or attracting a relationship, getting the person that you want to be with. The two kinds of soul relationships, I guess. There's a soul connection and a soul companion. So a soul connection is simply what I was talking about. A soul connection is your friends and your coworkers, or maybe it's your best friend, the people that you can recognize that they are meant to be in your life, no matter what. There's a lot of ways to go about recognizing who these people are, but most of the time it's really easy because you just feel like you're open around them. You don't need to be anybody else. You also have an uncanny, like almost an unnatural level of love and care for this person. You just recognize them and you want the best for them. The other connection is called a soul companion, and this is mostly what people are looking for when they say, I want to find my soulmate. A soul companion is the person that we're meant to spend the rest of our lives here with, to spend eternity, because we are not that's a whole nother video, but we are not singular, or this linear experience, this life we're experiencing is not the only thing about our lives. And that has to do with how time works, which has to do with like quantum mechanics and metaphysics and all sorts of things. But I'll get into that in a later video. But as of right now, that's not the point of this video. A soul companion, to specifically find a soul companion, you have to realize a few things before I tell you the two major steps and focuses that you need to have. So the first thing is that a soul companion only comes when you are not looking, if that makes sense. A lot of people will go about finding this person by dating hundreds of people, which can work. That I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But in this instance, it kind of goes along the lines of working smarter, not harder. Because instead of looking for the person that you want to be with, you're looking through 100 of people. It's like filtering, I guess. Or filing through, like you pull up a cabinet and you're just like filing through 100 things, like, oh, this one kind of fits, this one kind of fits, but you just don't seem to find that right connection. Some people do after going on 200 dates, because it does work. But the way that you really find who you're looking for, this person that you connect with, is by stopping to look. Not stopping to look, but to stop looking. What I mean by that is when we want something super bad, we create this instance where we create pedestals, basically. We give it so much importance that it's very difficult for it to come into our life. So say we're here, and this thing we want is this side, and it kind of goes right here. So you have where you are, and you have where this thing is. Maybe it's somebody that you want to be in a relationship, because that's what this video is about. As you try to get to know them, because you put them on the pedestal, as you move forward, they will move forward too. It's impossible to get up here. It's like a carrot on a stick almost. You can't get it, but you want it so badly. It's just right in front of you. And the reason why this is so difficult, why it creates that situation, is because when you say I want something, you are also inadvertently saying I can't have it. If you say I'm chasing this girl, or I'm chasing this guy, I'm really interested in this person, when you say you're chasing, you're also inadvertently indicating that they are running, which obviously that's not how you get into a relationship. That's not how you meet this person. So when I say stop looking, I'm not saying like you just stop like, oh, I don't care at all who I want to be with the rest of my life. I'm okay being alone. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you stop looking for other people to fill a gap within you. Realize that a relationship is not one half of a person and one half of a person coming together to make a whole person. It is one whole and complete person, one whole and complete person coming together to build up into a grander thing. One way to look at this, I guess there are 3 steps now that I think about it, but this is a kind of pre-prep step, I guess. But basically, once you recognize that you're whole and complete, imagine that you're a puzzle. And as we go through life, we take our puzzle pieces, or we have an experience that says that this puzzle piece doesn't actually fit. All of your puzzle pieces fit, you came complete. Right when you were born, you were complete, you were whole. But you were taught something that says like, oh, I'm ugly, or like, oh, I'm not very good at flirting, or something like that. And so you take that puzzle piece that says, I am good at flirting. This piece right here, it says, I'm good at it. And you take it and you stuff it in your pocket. You stick it in a bag, you hide it under your bed. It's still nearby, but you purposefully set it aside. So what the prep step, I guess, is to recognize all of these pieces, because you'll be looking for that in a companion. A lot of times people say, I want so badly to have a companion, because they believe that this person will fill shoes that need to be filled in their own life, where there be validation. They say, I don't feel validated. The only way I feel validated is if I'm in a relationship with my soulmate, or something like that. And the reason that creates resistance is because that shoe's already filled. You can already feel right now, already recognize that that puzzle piece is within you. It's still in your pocket. It's still right next to you. All you have to do is take that piece, recognize like, wait a minute, I've always had this feeling. You look at the events that happened that taught you like, no, you don't have that feeling. What the heck? And you say, you decrease the importance. You change the meaning. Because life does not happen to you, life happens for you. That's something I learned from Aaron Daughtry, or not Daughtry, his name's Dowdy. He's on YouTube, you should go check him out if you like this video. But the point is that if you spend so much time looking for other people to fill shoes that you already have the right pieces for, it's like, so say this person's looking for that piece. So you need that piece, or they hand that piece to you, that maybe that piece is validation. They validate you. But they can only do that for so long, because this piece over here belongs to this side of the puzzle, this person's puzzle. It fits over here a little bit, but like maybe the color is a bit off, maybe one of the notch thingies are not the right size, and eventually they'll realize, or this person will say, I still need that piece. Where is it? It's in this person. So they take it back. And that's where that void comes from, where that's a lot of times when people break up, is when they realize that the puzzle pieces don't fit, and so they separate. So you'll always notice in a successful relationship, in this analogy, both sides know that they're a complete puzzle. They just do. And they live their lives that way. They know that they don't need this other person to validate everything about them. They don't need this person to always be a companion. They know that they're individually strong and passionate and complete people, and they build off of each other for it. That's what makes a successful relationship. So with that leads into the 2 major things that you need in order to find the relationship you're looking for. The first step is to focus on your passions. And the reason why this is important, to focus on your passions, what does that mean? So every person every person that comes here to this linear life experience comes with talents, with abilities, with passions, things that they're good at, they know that they're good at, they love doing. So just think about something you love doing. Maybe it's a hobby, maybe it's like playing the piano or acting. Those are both performance things, but maybe your passion is building houses, or it could be like painting, it could be programming. Maybe your passion is the stock market. Who knows what it is? But whatever it is that you love to do, and that when you do it, you just are happy. You can think about it as your dream job, honestly. The thing that you would love to do because you're so passionate about it. When you pursue that passion, you are able to put yourself in a place where you don't need other people to fill the gaps. You're not sad. You're not without, because you have everything you want, which is your passions. What this creates is, this plays into something called the law of attraction, which is basically a law of physics. It is a law of physics. A lot of people treat it as if it's like a philosophy thing, but it's literally how things work. The law of attraction states that the world, your reality, the way you perceive the world around you, is always a reflection of who you are being. In this instance, if you are being angry, you'll notice that the world or whatever will say, yes, you are being angry. This is the power of the universe, the powers that be. They'll be like, yes, you are angry because you said, I'm angry. And it's like, yes, you are angry. Here's more instances where you are angry, more opportunities for you to recognize that you are angry. And it isn't until the moment that you change it and you say, I am happy, I'm a happy person, that life will say, yes, you are a happy person. Here's more instances and opportunities for you to see that you are a happy person. In this same regard, when you are following your passions, you are not requiring anyone to provide for you. You are providing for yourself. All of the things that you need, the validation, the confidence, the abundance, all of the feelings that come with wanting to be in a relationship or wanting to be successful. And people find that very attractive. When you see somebody who is following their passions, they're just like, man, that guy is awesome, right? I want to do what he's doing. Or I want to follow my passions like he's following his passions because it's so cool. And oftentimes too, when you're following your passions, you're putting yourself naturally in a place to meet. You're putting yourself. Your life is. You're putting yourself where you want to be, and life will reflect it to you. Basically, the other major key to this is that you do your passions with the intention of bettering humanity or improving the world around you, helping people. And the reason why this is important is because if you're doing your passion with the pretense it's like, oh, it's going to make me so much money, that's why I'm passionate about it, then you're not really passionate about it. You just want it because it makes so much money. And people can see that. They can see like, oh, he says he likes to draw, but in reality he just draws because it's a good market. I don't know, drawing's probably not like the best. I mean, it could be, regardless. The point is that when you focus on your talent and you do it with the intention of it helping others, then you're not, I mean, honestly, it's like when you have something that you love a ton, you want to share it, right? Because you're like, look, this thing is so cool. Everybody come look at how cool it is. It kind of comes naturally, wanting to help others. But to look for ways specifically that it can improve everything around you, because life is a reflection. The law of attraction states that life around you, your conception of this linear experience, is a reflection of who you are being. Then you will realize that life just will give that to you, because you're already being what you would want to be if you had it. That's kind of how it works. Basically, what is actually happening is we believe that there's different stages that we experience things in, which is that's another video. Again, I'll do that one in a little while. But basically, the idea is that we feel things first before we experience them in reality. A lot of times we think, like, in order to feel validated, I first have to have this girlfriend, or I first have to have this awesome boyfriend, or something like that. And then because I have that, then I'm able to feel like I'm validated. But in reality, the feeling comes first, and then we see a reflection of the feeling in waking life. So, just to wrap things up, the two major things that put us in a position to find our soul companion, I mean, yes, it will help us find soulmates, but a soul companion, the specific romantic relationship that you're looking for, there are two major keys. The first is to follow your passions, and the second one is to do it with the intention of bettering humanity. And when you do those things, you will notice within a week, even a couple of days, maybe it's a month, but regardless of how long it will be, because you will already be living in a state as if you already had it, it's almost like once you're in that, you stop wanting it. I mean, like, you still want it, you still desire it, it's still a part of you, but you don't even care if it's not there or not, because to you, in your life, it's there. You just have it. It's like, what's the difference, you know? Well, once it comes to that, I feel like, wow, it's just the same thing that I've already been living, you know? And that's how it works. That's how you will attract a relationship into your life. So with that, thank you for watching this video. I hope that this helps in any way, and I hope that you will be able to see success by trying to do this. Don't just take my word for it. Try it. Try it for yourself. Do it. You know, focus on your passions an hour a day. Focus on helping people an hour a day, 5 minutes a day. You could start out by doing it for 5 minutes. It's really, really easy to do. And you'll notice that as you do that, you will attract everything you want in your life, including your soul companion. So, again, thank you for coming. I hope that this helps you, and I wish you to have a good rest of your day, wherever you started it in. So yeah, see you guys later.